Greetings, one and all. I'm Kerrik52. Do you know that smell? It's mold. But it's also the end of the game, which is just around the corner. But before we get there, I have some important bookkeeping to do. Turns out that I missed a document back in the water room in the mansion. And it's an important one, so let's make up for lost time and check it out. Researcher's will. It's a letter. The top of the letter is missing. The remaining says... So when you're playing as Jill, you will probably find the letter torn. There are some hoops you can jump through in order to get the full thing, but if you're playing as Chris, you will always get the full thing. Related to that, there is also an optional scene you can get related to this, which I'll be showing off later. It tells us that someone is trying to hide information from us, which is probably the most engaging part of the narrative, and I completely missed it. Good job me, and good job Capcom, I guess. Yes, I'm infected. I did everything I could, but I could only delay the progress by a few days. The most frightening thing is that I forget more about you by the day. So I chose a peaceful death rather than becoming the living dead. Within an hour, I will have entered my eternal sleep. I do hope you'll understand my decision. Goodbye, and forever yours, Martin Crackhorn. So unlike the Keeper Diary that was written by an idiot, this is a lot more solemn and introspective and sad. And it's very much the sort of thing that both the game and the entire series runs rather light on from time to time. There is some good stuff throughout the series here and there, but a lot of it is just stupid monster garbage. On that note, I'm bringing these things with me to the end here. So, Eagle Medal for progress, Hex Crank for progress. This is probably enough shells for the remaining zombies, and then the bazooka for anything else that shows up. Alright, let's get this over with. Da 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 da. As simple as that. And then I get the map when I'm basically done with the entire area. Yeah, picking up maps isn't as empowering as it should be most of the time. This, on the other hand, the second MO disc. We'll be making good use of that momentarily. For now, we crank it. We crank it like we mean it. So we've been witnessing some very stupid things throughout this adventure. But why, oh why, would you make this? What possible reason is there? Even discounting the mechanics, just the space, the purpose. It's not even like a death trap. They're using it to hide a key item we need, but I just cannot justify it in any kind of fashion. Here's a fun puzzle for us. Push this over here. And then let's see if I got my distance right. Looky here. And now we can move this off the wall. There we are. I think one of my most hated parts of blocker pushing puzzles is when you can screw yourself by getting something stuck in a corner. It makes some degree of sense, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Thankfully, I think re-entering rooms in this game resets all puzzles, which is always welcome design. Games that don't do that are horrible. And here's the second Doom book. Which means... Wolf Metal. And that's all we need. I'm out of this place. And not only am I out, I think the game is out of hunters too, which is very relieving. I've had my, I've had enough close calls with them, I feel. I'm ready for the game's power trip, which the end of a Resident Evil game usually is to some degree. Simple enough. Do I grab the herbs? No, I don't need to grab the herbs. I have enough. That's so extra. I appreciate it, though. Down we go. Down into the depths of horror therein. This is different. There's a plate over here. Let's see. Emergency exit will not open unless under first class emergency. Noted. Maybe we can cause one. First of all, dump the crank and pick out the other ammo disc. Welcome to the laboratory. So just about every Resident Evil game ends in a lab. Even the games you feel really shouldn't. It's a great way to give us access to the start of the problem and show how everything went down and where all the monsters come from. Oh, that was easy. That's the last one. What about in here? Electric lock. Well, that doesn't help. Anything else on this floor? No. Off we go. And once you've played enough Resident Evil games, you really start looking forward to getting to the lab. Because that's where you get most of your story. Some cool new monsters like these nude zombies that have been added for a while. As well as an excessive amount of ammunition to have fun with. Maybe I can just ignore that guy for a while. They do respawn a little bit as you progress. This is a neat room. Researcher's letter. June 8th, 1998. Dear Ada. Ada, by the time you read this, I'll be something different. Today's test turned out to be positive just as I expected. I feel like going crazy when I think about becoming one of them. Ada, you're not infected and I hope you never will be. In case you're the last one left, take the material in the visual data room and go to the power room to operate the triggering system before you escape. And make all this public through the media. If everything is in order, all the locks can be opened by the security system. You can access the system if you log in with my name from the terminal in the small lab and enter the password. The password is your name. To unlock the door at B2 where the visual data room is located, you'll need to access with our names first and then enter another password. I've written the code below, I'm sure you'll understand it easily. And this is my last hope. If you find me completely changed, please kill me yourself. And then we have some runes, kind of spelling out, I don't know, Marm? John, Ada. So let's hit these switches. Normal light. I'm good. So this. I think... Yeah, this is a cipher, so... Apple? I can read apple. Let's hit the other light and see if it changes. Maybe we do both at the same time. There we go. So, tree, man, woman, apple. And then we just work out the difference and get the password. This actually feels like a real puzzle. I have to do things. And check my documents. Okay, so we got the tilted hourglass, the fish, the R, and the M. So, M, O, L, Mole. Mole is the password. So, John, Ada, Mole. Looky here. I need 3 passcodes. I think they succeeded in sort of shifting the atmosphere for us at the end here. Oh, hello, fellas. Ready for your close-up? See, this is my reward for hogging all of this ammo. Where's the last one? I guess it'll show up eventually. this. Some photo slides. No goodies? Let's do it. Let's get technical. I love that Umbrella has its own OS. Let's see, so John. Ada. Are we good? Second password. Good that you're staying positive, Jill. Let's see if she does it again. Yeah, that is the room. Congrats. You do get Resident Evil protagonists acting like dorks from time to time. Probably not as much as they should, though, given how silly the franchise can be. Let's poke around in here first. Oh. Haha! Masterful gambit on my part. And I still got ammo to spare. Come on. Facts. To General Manager of Sanitation Division from Special Committee on Disasters, Raccoon Special Research Department. This memorandum is strictly confidential and must be destroyed as soon as it is understood. Regarding the T-virus outbreak which occurred recently, this committee conducted a field survey. According to the survey results, estimates on the amount of damage caused by the accident are considerably greater than reported earlier. First, although it is very difficult to obtain accurate data in terms of actual numbers, it is thought that more than half of the researchers died after exposure to the T-virus. The body count will most likely increase since nearly all of the survivors show symptoms peculiar to the T-virus. Second, our security system is still in operation, however our special security guard squad has been nearly destroyed. Because of that, research information is considered by our company to be top secret, has been made available to outsiders. Countermeasures should be taken as soon as possible. Finally, many of the subjects from the experiment have escaped and are out of control. We believe that some researchers were killed by these subjects and their bodies were mutilated. By curious coincidence, these events are proof of the success of our research! However, there is also a very high risk that this news may be leaked to the press if we don't act immediately. The condition is very serious. Our operation to cover up the situation is difficult to attain, however we hope the problem will be solved quickly. We are especially concerned that the state police and STARS are intervening too quickly. We need to act on this situation as well. Running damage control on a zombie outbreak. That is a situation I don't want to be in. I'm good on ink ribbons. What else you got? Here's something. Passcode output machine. So we put in one of these. And we get the first passcode. I swear by myself, declares the Lord, that because you have done and have not withheld your son, your only son. Genesis 22:16. Do we really have to be quoting the Bible? I feel like they're laying it on a bit thick already by playing God. But 2 more to go. And then we can open that mystery door over there. And potentially get the best ending. They just keep respawning. Intercom. That's not what we need. Security system. Basement level 1, helicopter port. Executives and government officials only on helicopter port. This restriction may not apply in case of an accident. Passage to the helicopter. No one is allowed to enter unless they are attended by a research consultant or security director. All others will be shot on sight. Elevator. The elevator stops during emergencies. Why, thank you. Basement level 2, visual data room. The visual data room is within the control of Special Research Division. Keith Arwing, the room manager, is designated to have jurisdiction over room usage. Basement level 3, prison. Sanitation Division controls the usage of the prison. Consultant researchers E. Smith, S. Ross, A. Wesker must be present if virus is used. Hello. Triple lock door. No one is allowed to enter unless he presents all passcode documents. Passcode documents must be created by the specialized output machine by the chief researcher of each block. Power room. Only headquarters supervisors may enter. This restriction may not apply if the consultant researcher has received special instructions. Passcode output machine. No one is allowed to use the passcode output machine but the chief researchers. You'd think they would have them on lockdown on somehow, but whatever. Basement level 4, top secret. Regarding the progress of Tyrant after the use of T-virus, remaining document is unreadable. I want to find out about that Tyrant thing. How very sneaky. Umbrella Inc. Bioweapon materials. Official report. MA-39 Cerberus. We are well acquainted with these things. Neptune. Why would you make this? It's already a killer shark. I feel like you can't improve on perfection. Hunter. T002 Tyrant. We haven't seen this thing yet. There he is. Bioweapon Research Institute R&D staff. That's a Wesker. So of course all of this research is to sell biological weapons to people. Because that's sane and makes total sense. And didn't blow up in their face this time and every single other time this has been attempted in the entire series. It's both horrific and stupid. Which might be what you want for a horror franchise? I don't know. I understand making something like the Hunter, which is a great success, all things considered. But, zombies that can infect you and everyone else in the vicinity, that really doesn't strike me as smart in any fashion. Lab key. And as the series goes on, you kind of have to wonder what the hell the endgame was, and there is actually an explanation which, while also kind of stupid, is at least understandable. But right now we're just in the mystifying part of the story. Where even am I at this point? So second corridor here, elevator over there. Let's go back here fast and see if I can open that door first. I think I know which room this is. Locked from the inside, you say? Alright. Can't do much about that. How about this room? This is the one I was thinking of. Much obliged. Nice bit of insurance. Same for this. Now to do this the right way. I've already had my fun with the gas trap, so I'll just exercise caution with this one. Because at this point, you know what a grate on the floor and pushable things mean. Just gotta be a bit careful. No. That's one. And then for this one... I guess we put this in the other direction then. I think this will work. Bold of them to put in some real puzzles at the end here. Okay, and then get you out of the way a little bit. If I were to try and speedrun the game, this is probably where I would falter. I have been thinking about it, though. I'm not sure I'm up to the task, but I do have some other fun plans to make up for it. My general logic is that a successful attempt on the speedrun is 3 hours. And a failed attempt could be anywhere from, you know, half an hour to, well, 4 hours. And I just don't feel it's worth the time, especially since there are other speedruns out there of greater quality than anything I could produce. So I'll probably leave it be. I'm not much of a speedrunner in general. I've done it for a few games, like super casually, and that's mostly just for fun. There we go. Gas blocked. Usually what I like to do is find fun ways to route through a game or learn some secrets. And this game does have some secrets, especially in all of the rooms that you can skip. Hello. I will surely bless you and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as sand on the seashore. Your descendants will take possession of the cities of their enemies. Genesis 22:17. I'm getting some bad vibes from the people over at Umbrella, if you can believe that. Oh, I thought that thing respawned. They respawn so quickly that you can probably accidentally delete a few of them from causality by just making progress. So this should be... no reaction, no power. That's our goal. Hey, a save room. And some flame rounds. I'm not sure there's anything down here that can poison you. 24 plus the ones I already have. I think I was downplaying how many magnum rounds you get. That's a great stack. Now, I don't think I'll need this herb, but I want to be rid of it anyway. I could bring it for insurance, actually. I have some space. Never too late to learn, huh? So we don't save just yet. Instead, we go and investigate the power room. What fresh horrors await? Oh, it's very loud. It's very loud. Oh, hello! Say hello to the Chimera. These things are easy to forget about. But it just so happens they are incredibly flammable. Hey. See ya. And they drop maggots on me? Disgusting. As far as ultimate elite enemies go, these guys are kind of weird. I mean, they're threatening and annoying, I'll give them that. But they don't really scream ultimate threat. Especially when I can do that. Sure. Get some power. Reload this. Well, he tried. Oh, you want some? I can hear you. Let me check the topography here first. So we're in the second room. There's a dead end over there. Sucker! One to go. Fastest gunslinger in the Midwest. That's there. Okay, let's hit up this room. Does it have to be so incredibly loud? There. Can I do something here? I was pretty sure I could do something here. Do I need a key? There it is. Off we go. No respawn chimeras? So I think... Oops. Yes, I want to run here. For the last passcode. And through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed, because you have obeyed me. Genesis 22:18. Yeah, these guys sound a little bit megalomaniac, just saying. Ah, sweet silence. But we did it! If I check my map here, I have all of the passcodes, all of the rooms, and we have activated the elevator. So now it's just a matter of using those passcodes, checking out the prison, and then we can end the game. I'll be doing that next time, though. Both for time, and because there is some decision-making to be done here. Also, I need to prepare some things. So, 2 herbs, magnum rounds, the python, and why not some acid rounds? And then we can dump the shotgun. Oh, my inventory is a mess. Oh, this isn't the way I wanted. Okay. That one there. That one there. Much better. And then one of these on top. Do you think I have enough saves? So if I was playing original, I think I would have 12 or maybe 10 by now, but still, that's so much. Load you. And check out the magnum for a bit too. Very unassuming, but it kills things good. Anyway, Let's get the save and call it an episode. Kind of excited to get to the end here, because again, I don't think I have fully beaten the game as Jill before. We do have a lot of cutscenes ahead of us. And we have a certain shady individual to confront. Won't need you anymore. So until that fateful confrontation, farewell.